Deborah Sims, you're from the University of Greenwich.
That's right.
Really, you've been talking a lot today about skills and the challenge of skills in this uncertain world. We've heard a lot today about the transformation of the industry with technology. Is there a risk that the supply chain, the whole of this industry, could be, I suppose, left behind in the wake of the likes of Google?
Yes, I suppose so. I mean, that sort of technology is very attractive to young people and they see that as a very glamorous area to work in. I think what we've got to do is show them that actually we've got lots of really exciting gadgets and gizmos and exciting things that we can apply in our industry, and that transportation and highways is a really key area for the future economy of the country.
And presumably also that the skill, is it the fact that the skills required go beyond the traditional skills of engineering, design, laying blacktop, etc., etc.?
Very much so, yes. I think we have required our undergraduates, for example, to get a certain number of points, and we've said they must have good marks in maths and physics, and that's important. We need numerate and intelligent undergraduates. However, we also need to be thinking about some of the other professional skills. So we need to be thinking about their communication skills, presentation skills, things like languages if they're going to travel internationally, and things like their creativity and making sure that they can do really good problem solving.
Yeah. Because presumably what you're trying to teach your undergraduates, your students at university nowadays is you're trying to prepare them for a world which is, well, it's going to be different from
Absolutely.
How different? What are the differences? What do you see?
We don't know, do we? We know that.
But what are you teaching them?
Well, we're teaching them the traditional stuff, but I also try and get my students out into industry as much as possible. So I get them to engage with local construction sites, professionals in the industry. I certainly encourage them to get as much work experience as they can and go out and do a sandwich year if possible. And I try and base all of my assignments on real life problems and real case studies. So as basically to give them as good an insight as I can into the world they're entering.
So it's being aware of the power of data rather than just being aware and competent in a certain program.
Yes, and questioning things as well, so that they really think about the validity and the credibility of the data, and whether it's giving them the right sorts of answers.
But meanwhile, away from your ivory towers of university, we're also really trying to drive skills via apprenticeships. Are we doing enough work on that?
Well, absolutely, and that's one of the main things I've been talking about today, is going into schools, and that's at the primary, secondary and tertiary level, talking to young people about the kinds of opportunities there are in highways and transportation, and getting them to think about the breadth of opportunities and the breadth of careers that are out there, particularly for young women and particularly for people from ethnic minorities, thinking about the apprenticeship routes.
Do those careers exist? Is the supply chain embracing the opportunity of apprenticeships?
I think they are, but we need to connect people up a bit more. So we need to get the young people and their parents and their teachers thinking about the opportunities, and then we need to be getting industry going into schools and showing them and talking to them about the real life situation.
So big challenges ahead. I suppose for you, what are the key things that an organisation like the CIHT should be doing right now?
Well, at the moment we're developing our careers guidance material, and I've been chairing a steering group that's looking at that. We will be launching that in April at the House of Lords, and I'm very excited about the information that we're providing. But it's not just about providing a pack of information that will sit on a shelf. We need our members to be going out, signing up as STEM ambassadors, for example, taking this information and actually getting really passionate about the jobs they do and the kind of opportunities there are for the future.
Great stuff. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Cheers.